Good morning, my friends, my followers, my awesome subscribers, my little army of Trevors and Cultists. Thank you very much for continuing to support me on my channel, on my journey. I will point out that today is day 56 of YouTube's 30-day review of my channel, but it's not going to materialize. I know I'm not going to get monetized. Listen, I'm done with that. It's been 2 years. It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. What I'm doing now is I'm highlighting it every day to show you, the viewer, the total double standards that is held at YouTube, who go against their own policies and guidelines to seek out an objective which has been placed upon their company by outside interference. Just pointing that out. So, don't need your money, YouTube human reviewer. I think you by now realise that, it's nonsense. But there we go. Right, this morning I've been alluded to a video which has been put up by the Duchess of North Sussex on YouTube. I watched the video and I was a little bit taken back by it. I trust the Duchess of North Sussex impeccably. I let her. She does what she wants. Now, I will point this out. She put up private conversations between me and her, which we had. Now, I had no idea she was going to do that. She hadn't told me she was going to do that. I trust her, but I didn't know she was going to do that. But I do own everything I said in those messages. I will own messages. If I'm going to send someone a private message, then I'm happy to do it. I'm letting them know, but I'm happy to talk about it in public because I have nothing to hide from it. So there we go. For instance, a few years ago, and there is another YouTuber, according to Taz, very good YouTuber. But a few years ago, something happened online to do with another YouTuber who's trying to cause dramas at the minute. And I stuck up for her and blah, blah, blah. And I got attacked for sticking up for another YouTuber. I get it. But I wasn't aware of what was going on. I was manipulated by a YouTuber to have a go at Taz and Megan's Mole. I was manipulated to have a go at Taz and Megan's Mole, and I was easily led. I've learned from my mistakes. I'm just pointing that out. I wish Taz and Megan's Mole the best. They're good YouTubers. But what I'm trying to say about how words are manipulated, I was accused of saying that all women are see you next Tuesdays. And I didn't say that, actually. I said a particular woman was a see you next Tuesday. But that was put out online to say, Trevor has said that all women. I didn't. I actually owned that. And I said, actually, I didn't say all women were this. I said, you were. There's a difference. So I want to point that out. So words can be manipulated to suit certain agendas, and there we go. And if you haven't subscribed to Megan's Mole and Taz, go and do it. They're good YouTubers. Anyway, just wanted to get that out there. So she's alluded to a lot of things. The trolling account on X was taken down for a while, or there's a big investigation into that. That's still ongoing with the police. But they have brought back a new account, and they are on the platform X. You can tweet YouTube, and YouTube 9 times out of 10 respond. So if you want to help me, go on to @TeamYouTube on Twitter and bombard them with the fact that I'm getting unfair treatment. You don't have to, I'm just saying. Because at the same time, there is about 3 or 4 accounts on X constantly bombarding Team YouTube with things about me. Trevor's this, Trevor's that, Trevor's this, Trevor's that. So this is why I'm not being monetized. There's a lot of outside influence being thrown at YouTube to keep me demonetized. Now, I don't need their money. I have other ways of earning an income. Buy my book. No. Anyway, so I know what's going on. The account on X, though, that has been attacking me nonstop has let a few things slip over the couple of years. 1, they said they were a widow. 2, they said that their husband had taken his life. 3, they had admitted to being involved in UK veterans charities. And 4, they seemed to know every one of my movements, when I left the home, when I came back, where I was, who I was with. And 5, they knew where my friend Charlie lived, and they took a photograph of the vehicle that I gave him for free outside of his home. Now, there's only one individual that knew exactly where Charlie lived, and that was an individual that lives near me. I can't prove it 100%, But there was a time when allegations were made about me, and I used to go in and answer questions and come back, and go in and answer questions and come back, and it was quite strange. I wondered, how is this person on X finding out all my information really, really quickly? Quite sad, isn't it? I mean, I was being released from places and coming out of places, and it was all over X. No one knew how. So, whenever I was accused of a heinous crime, intimidating of a witness, which was nonsense, obviously the police came to my home and they said, you've been accused of this. And I went, okay, can we see your phone? Yep, you can. There's my phone there. We're going to take your phone for a couple of days. We're going to check your phone. I said, okay. Do you speak to an individual called blah, blah, blah? I said, yes, I do. You'll find all my messages to that individual on my Instagram messages, and you can check them. So they did it. They took my phone away. Anyway, while they took my phone away, they checked it. They brought my phone back within about, I think it was 3 days. I think 3 or 4 days, can't remember. But they brought my phone back and they said, we've checked your phone, there's nothing there. I said, well, thank you. So the account on X started posting things like, oh, Trevor's had his phone taken off him. He's got no devices. He's got no laptop. He's got no this. He's got no that. And I'm like, how are they knowing all this? So what I did was I had another phone here, actually. In fact, I'll show you. Is it here? Yeah. I have another phone. So I put my SIM card into the phone and I had my phone back. So I was walking outside my house and I was speaking to a friend of mine on the phone. And I said, oh, hold on a minute here. Such and such is out. That individual is out. They're watching me. So I picked the phone up on my ear and I was chatting. Anyway, went for a walk, had a chat with my friend, came back and it was on X. Trevor has been seen with a new phone. So it gave me the information that I needed, which was, it's this individual that's trolling me online. Which I find quite sad, because the individual that I'm talking about, for a while, and I find this really disheartening to know that someone would do that, because whenever they were having trouble with their child at school, they would tell me about it and I would give advice. I mean, I don't do it now. I avoid them like the plague. But there was a time when I would go across leading up to Christmas and I would give them a Christmas card and them an expensive bottle of stuff. I never got a card or anything in return, but it wasn't about that. It was about me being nice to somebody who I thought was potentially vulnerable. I didn't know the devious parts that behind those dead eyes, they were trolling me online and they continue to do so. It's quite sad, but I wish nothing ill on the individual. It's just very disheartening to know that someone who was smiling to you and being nice to you to your face was doing all these nasty stuff behind your back. I mean, I've seen some of the things that they've posted. I've seen them connected to different accounts, and I just find it really, really sad. It's really sad. It's low of somebody. It's really sad to know that someone is so broken that they have attached themselves to me to bring me down because they were jealous of all the things I was doing in the veterans community, which they currently are trying to get involved in. They are, I'm not going to talk about, no, move on from that. There we go. So Duchess of Dublin Sussex has put out a video. She's linked all things together. It's a great video. She wants to chat to me today around about 3 or 4 p.m. I will chat to her. But I'm always going to be wary of defamation and slander. I always stay back. I won't name somebody, but things have been right under my nose for quite some time, and I don't leave my moustache. I mean, things have been happening, and I've just sat back and monitored. You know, it's quite sad. All I know is, what will the next allegation be? Will I be accused of something else? Because it's bound to happen. It's been happening now for 5 or 6 years. So I've got used to being accused. I've got used to going into Ipswich police station. I've got used to being questioned. They check my files. I come back out. I give them my bank statements. I come back out. They check Just Giving. I come back out. I've never stolen a penny, clearly. So it's just constant allegations in this year. So it is what it is, people. You know, quite sad. What Blur didn't allude to on her video was the fact that, and I'll talk about Harry, was whenever Harry and this is true, whenever I thought Harry was a great veteran, I did write to Kensington Palace. I did. I have a letter somewhere. And Kensington Palace wrote back to me. Yeah, Harry's impressed with this, impressed with that, impressed with this, impressed with that. It went in the papers that Harry was backing me. I get that. Of course he knows who I am, for God's sake. But then I received a phone, which Blur didn't tell you. Then I received a phone call from the Royal Foundation on behalf of Harry, telling me to back off Harry. He was far too busy to get involved in veterans' issues. And I was stunned. So Blur didn't allude to that in her video. I'm letting you know now. Anyway, let's move on. What's happening today? Did you know? Now, there's a story out today about the UK Treasury. Now, I know that the new Chancellor is Rachel Reeves, but the media is throwing this. Now, I'm never one to support Labour, but let me point this out. The media are throwing it out at Labour going, inheritance tax, I had to write this down. The inheritance tax is at a record high. 2.8 billion. Grieving families have lost 2.8 billion. I want to point this out. That is not down to the new Chancellor. The story shows you a picture of the new Chancellor in Labour trying to blame Labour on this. This was an incentive brought out by the Conservative Party, but it's now in the hands of the new Chancellor. So I do not blame Labour for that. Honestly, to take away from grieving, imagine a Treasury that takes away from grieving families inheritance tax, which has now went through the roof. But at the same time, the country is giving everything away to people that mean us harm. Just going to say that, okay? So I don't blame Labour for that. Labour have inherited that. Inheritance tax, inherited it. Little joke there we go. What else have we got here? I wrote this down. This bit has shocked me. Stasi Stammer is becoming more and more, the UK is becoming, we are worse than China, we are worse than North Korea when it comes to social media. Now, they may not have the same access to social media as we do, but we are clamping down massively. Let me just point out that our government is currently releasing criminals, those that have done the nasty things to women, those that have done nasty things to children, are being released onto society along with burglars and along with other nasty people to make room for people that were rioting. Now, I don't agree with rioting, it's wrong. Looting and all the rest, go to jail. But this story has hit me today. You may not know of a guy called Peter Beard, but he is a UK veteran. He served in Kosovo, served in Northern Ireland, served in Bosnia, served in Iraq. Well, check this out. He has just been jailed because he took part in the riots. But what do you think he'd done in the riots? He has admitted to pushing aggressively at a police line outside a hotel which housed asylum seekers. He was pushing the police. He has been to jail, aggressively pushing the police. Now that is absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Peter, I stand with you. I acknowledge pushing a police officer, right, should not, never, maybe community service would have been appropriate, maybe a fine or community service, but to go to jail for that, that's shocking. Wow. Yeah, but it is what it is. It is what it is, people. Yeah. They're saying now statistically that pupils today will receive results, GCSE results, and they're saying that, and I had to write this down, a percentage of them will fail English and Maths. Now, they've put that out as a story. There's also going to be a percentage that fail geography, fail science, fail history, fail Spanish, fail French. So that story is going nowhere. It's just a stupid story put in mainstream media to make us think that people will feel English. Is that because of immigrants? No, it's not. It's a stupid story. It shouldn't be out there. People are going to fail all exams today. People are going to get exceptional results. It's just another shit story by the MSN. Anyway, listen, people, thank you to those that support my channel. Thank you to those that have left reviews on these books. Thank you to those that stick with me. Eventually, we will get to the bottom of this. But if you want to help me out with the likes of this platform, get on Twitter. Start hammering at Team YouTube because my haters are doing it. Anyway, take care, people. Remember, stay safe.